We will work on building a tiny whip today. We'll go through all the parts that are shown here, and we'll show you how to assemble it, solder it together, and test fly it. So to make a tiny whip, there are several components. We'll go through each one of them. So here are the props. For 4 props, we have 2 that are spinning clockwise. You can tell because of the bend in the blade. This is the direction that it spins. And here's counterclockwise, or sorry, this is counterclockwise, going backwards. This is clockwise, going this way. And if you notice, these 2 are the same, and these 2 are the same. The props go onto the motors. We have 3 right here, and a 4th one is installed. You'll notice there's red, or black and red. So a counterclockwise prop will go on black, and a clockwise prop will go on red. And we'll put the props and motors diagonally from each other. So red will go here and black will go here. Next up, we have a battery. It's a 1S battery, which means it has 1 cell. It connects to the autopilot, which is here, by this connector. You plug it in with 2 fingers on each side. To unplug it, grab it by the plastic connector in the battery and pull it apart. This right here is the flight controller, and this little piece you see here is the antenna to go to the remote control. These connectors here are for each one of the prop or motors. The motors click into each one of those spots there. There's the back side. You'll notice that there is an arrow right there. That's the direction of flight. So this needs to be facing forward. So when we mount it into the frame, which is right here, we want to make sure that the arrow is matching with this point here. So forward arrow this way, and then the arrow is pointing this way as well. And we'll mount it upside down so that these connectors are facing down, which makes it easier to connect to the motors when they're installed. So we place it like this, and then we'll connect it up later. One extra part is this component right here. It's called a VTX. What that stands for is video transmitter. So here's the camera. It comes into the circuit board, and then this is the antenna that transmits the video to the goggles that we'll wear so we can see where we're flying. This is the power connection, which we'll have to cut off the end of this cable here, and we'll end up connecting it to the flight controller here to provide power to the drone. Lastly, when you assemble all of this together, you'll put on the canopy, which will protect all the electronics. So that sits right on top of here. And that's basically all the parts that we have to make a drone.